Jump to content. Main menu. Main menu. Move to sidebar hide. Navigation. Main page. Contents. Current events. Random article. About Wikipedia. Contact us. Contribute. Help. Learn to edit. Community portal. Recent changes. Upload file. Search. Search. Appearance. Donate. Create account. Login. Personal tools. Donate. Create account. Login. Pages for logged out editors. Learn more. Contributions. Talk. Contents. Move to sidebar hide. Top 1 Etymology. Toggle etymology subsection. 1.1 Semantic change of the word. 2 History and ideology. 3 Making a mojo. 4 Maintenance. Toggle maintenance subsection. 4.1 Fixing and feeding a mojo hand. 4.2 Hiding the mojo. 5 Mojo bags in blues music. 6 Zora Neale Hurston. 7 Slave narratives. 8 See also. 9 References. Toggle the table of contents. Mojo, African American culture. 7 Languages. Deutsch. Franchise. Bahasa Indonesia. Italiano. Magyar. Portuguese. Suomi. Edit links. Article. Talk. English. Read. Edit. View history. Tools. Tools. Move to sidebar hide. Actions. Read. Edit. View history. General. What links here? Related changes. Upload file. Special pages. Permanent link. Page information. Cite this page. Get shortened URL. Download QR code. Expand all. Edit interlineage links. Print /export. Download as PDF. Printable version. In other projects. Wikidata item. Appearance. Move to sidebar hide. Text. Small. Standard. Large. This page always uses small font size. Width. Standard. Wide. The content is as wide as possible for your browser window. Color, beta. Automatic. Light. Dark. This page is always in light mode. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. A magical amulet bag in Hoodoo tradition. Mojo hand redirects here. For the album by Lightnin' Hopkins, see Mojo hand. Part of a series on African Americans. Show. History. Periods. Timeline. Atlantic slave trade. Abolitionism in the United States. Slavery in the colonial history of the U.S. Revolutionary War. Antebellum period. Slavery and military history during the Civil War. Reconstruction era. Politicians. Juneteenth. Civil Rights Movement, 1865–1896. Jim Crow era, 1896–1954. Civil Rights Movement, 1954–1968. Black Power Movement. Post-Civil Rights era. Aspects. Agriculture history. Black Belt in the American South. Business history. Military history. Treatment of the enslaved. Migrations. Great Migration, Second Great Migration, New Great Migration. Show, culture, lifeways, dance, family structure, film, folk tales, music, musical theatre, names, neighborhoods, newspapers, soul food, schools, education during the slave period in the U.S., education of freed people during the Civil War, history of African American education after the Civil War, historically black colleges and universities, fraternities, academic study, studies, art, literature, celebrations, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Black History Month, Juneteenth, Kwanzaa, economic class, African American businesses, middle class, upper class, billionaires, symbols and ideas, African American beauty, Black is beautiful, Black pride, African American hair, good hair, stepping, lift every voice and sing, self-determination, show, religion, institutions, Black church, theologies, Black theology, womanist theology, non-Christian groups, Hoodoo, Black Hebrew Israelites, African American Jews, African American Muslims, Nation of Islam, Louisiana Voodoo, African diaspora religions. Show, politics, organizations, Congressional Black Caucus, Joint Center, National Black Caucus of State Legislators, National Conference of Black Mayors, ideologies, Afrocentrism, anarchism, Back to Africa movement, Black Power, capitalism, conservatism, Garveyism, leftism, liberalism, nationalism, Pan-Africanism, patriotism, populism, socialism. Show, civic forward/economic groups, organizations, Association for the Study of African American Life and History, Black Conductors, NAACP, National Black Chamber of Commerce, National Council of Negro Women, National Pan-Hellenic Council, National Urban League, Trans-Africa, UNCF. Show, sports, Negro League Baseball, athletic associations and conferences, Central, CIA, HBCU, PQAC, Mideastern, MEEC, Southern, SHIAC, Southwestern, SWAC. Show, subcommunities, multiethnic, African American Jews, Afro-Puerto Ricans, Alabama Creole people, Black Indians, Black Seminoles, Mascogos, Blaxicans, Brass Ankles, Creoles of color, Dominicas, Freedmen, Great Dismal Swamp Maroons, Melangen, Carmel Indians, Redbone, specific ancestries, Americo-Liberians, Creek Freedmen, Gullah, Moroccans, Nova Scotians, Seminole Americans, Sierra Leone Creole, sexual orientation, LGBT community. Show, dialects and languages, English dialects, African American English, African American Vernacular English, Liberian English, Samana English. Tutnese. Languages and other dialects. Gullah. Afro-Seminole Creole. Negro Dutch. Black American Sign Language. Show. Population. U.S. states. Alabama. Arkansas. California. Florida. Georgia. Illinois. Indiana. Iowa. Kansas. Louisiana. Maryland. Mississippi. Nebraska. New York. North Carolina. Ohio. Oklahoma. Oregon. South Carolina. South Dakota. Tennessee. Texas. Utah. Virginia. U.S. cities. Black Mecca. List of neighborhoods. Atlanta. Baltimore. Boston. Chicago. Dallas-Fort Worth. Davenport. Detroit. Houston. Jacksonville. Kentucky. Lexington. Los Angeles. New York City. Omaha. Philadelphia. San Antonio. San Francisco. Historic places. District of Columbia. Florida. Georgia. Mississippi. Missouri. Omaha, Nebraska. North Carolina. South Carolina. Texas. West Virginia. Population count. U.S. states and territories. U.S. metropolitan areas. U.S. cities. U.S. communities. Places by plurality of population. Diaspora. Africa. Canada. France. Ghana. Israel. Liberia. Nova Scotia. Sierra Leone. Show. Prejudice. Racism. Black genocide. Race and ethnicity in the U.S. Census. Racism against Black Americans. Reparations for slavery. School segregation in the U.S. Unarmed African Americans killed by police officers. Stereotypes and media depictions. Blackface. Criminal stereotypes. Hollywood. Magical Negro. Minstrel show. United States portal. Category. Index. V. T. E. A mojo, /modo/, in the African American spiritual practice called hoodoo, is an amulet consisting of a flannel bag containing one or more magical items. It is a prayer in a bag, or a spell that can be carried with or on the host's body. Alternative American names for the mojo bag include Gris bag, 1, hand, mojo hand, Toby, nation sack, conjure hand, lucky hand, conjure bag, juju bag, trick bag, tricken bag, root bag, and jomo. The word mojo also refers to magic and charms. Mojo containers are bags, gourds, bottles, shells, and other containers. 2. 3. The making of mojo bags in hoodoo is a system of African American occult magic. The creation of mojo bags is an esoteric system that involves sometimes housing spirits inside of bags for either protection, healing, or harm, and to consult with spirits. Other times mojo bags are created to manifest results in a person's life such as good luck, money or love. 4. 5. Etymology. Edit. The word mojo is believed to be derived from the Kikongo word mayo, meaning to the spirits that dwelt within magical charms. 6. It refers to the cavity of an kaisai, where magical items are normally stored. 7. 6. Alternative words for mojo, such as gris, primarily used in Louisiana, and wanga, primarily used in the Caribbean, have roots in the Mande language and the Kikongo language, respectively. The word conjure is an ancient alternative to hoodoo, which is a direct variation of African American folklore. Because of this, a conjure hand is also considered a hoodoo bag, usually made by a respected community conjure doctor. 8. Semantic change of the word. Edit. Beginning in the 20th century, the word mojo underwent semantic change in American culture in movies and songs and came to refer to sexuality and virility. Musicians use the word mojo outside of its meaning within African American culture and use the word out of its cultural context. Mojo has also come to mean motivation in general. In the Gullah community, the word mojo refers to magic and a conjure bag. 2. 9. History and ideology. Edit. A West African Tuareg gris-gris. Central and West Africans all practiced the spiritual art of creating conjure bags for protection, healing and to communicate with spirits. The gris-gris originated in Dagomba in Ghana and was associated with Islamic traditions. 10. Originally the gris-gris was adorned with Islamic scripture and was used to ward off evil spirits, evil jinn, or bad luck. 10. Historians of the time noted that they were frequently worn by non-believers and believers alike, and were also found attached to buildings. 10. The practice of using gris-gris, though originating in West Africa, came to the United States with enslaved Africans and was quickly adopted by practitioners of Louisiana voodoo and hoodoo in the United States, and Vodou in Haiti. 11. 12. Bambara people, West African Muslims from Senegal brought their knowledge of conjure bags to Louisiana. During the transatlantic slave trade, a few enslaved Africans were able to conceal their conjure bags when they boarded slave ships heading to the Americas. For example, Gullah Jack was an African from Angola who carried a conjure bag, Mojo bag, onto a slave ship leaving Zanzibar for the United States. Gullah Jack was known to carry a conjure bag with him at all times for his spiritual protection. 13, 14, 15. The Mandingo, Mandinka, were the first Muslim ethnic group imported from Sierra Leone in West Africa to the Americas. Mandingo people were known for their powerful conjure bags called gris-gris, later called mojo bags in the United States. Some of the Mandingo people were able to carry their gris-gris bags with them when they boarded slave ships heading to the Americas, bringing the practice to the United States. Enslaved people went to enslaved black Muslims for conjure services requesting them to make gris-gris bags, mojo bags, for protection against their enslavers. 16. 11. During slavery, the way to identify a conjurer was by the way they dressed, their demeanor, and charms or conjure bags worn by the individual. Some practitioners concealed their charms while others who were in the business of conjure sometimes wear their charms and conjure bags on the outside of their clothes. 17. In West Central Africa, Bakongo and Yoruba people created medicine bags using leather or cloth and placed feathers, animal parts, roots, herbs and other ingredients for protection. When Yoruba and Bakongo people were enslaved in the United States, the practice of using feathers, animal parts, animal and human bones, and other ingredients to create mojo bags continued in African American communities in the tradition of hoodoo. 18, 19. In West Central Africa, people wear nkaisai, wanga, and other charm bags to ward from and reverse evil and to cure illness. In West Africa these conjure bags are called juju. The word juju is used in the African diaspora to describe all forms of charms made in hoodoo, African diaspora religions and African traditional religions. 20, 21. These African ideals about charm bags influenced the creation of mojo bags and the spiritual philosophical practice in African American communities. Mojo bags can be hung from trees, tied to a string, worn underneath the clothes to cause an effect on the target. 22-23. Minkaisai, Congo, Central Africa, World Museum Liverpool. Minkaisai cloth bundles were found on slave plantations in the United States in the Deep South. Minksy bundles influenced the creation of Mojo bags in hoodoo. 24-25. There is also a Central African influence of the Mojo bag in African American hoodoo. For example, the Minkaisai and Nkaisai are spirit containers made by hand from a root doctor. These spirits are contained in a bag, gourd, shells and other containers. The Bakongo people's Nkaisai Kubulu looks similar to the Mojo bags in hoodoo. 26-24. The spiritual philosophy of the Mojo bag also has Bakongo influence. For example, in Bakongo belief Simbi spirits can inhabit conjure bags, Mojo bags, for healing or protecting an individual or a community. The Nganga creates the bag for the individual using ingredients specific to a certain Simbi to invoke it into the conjure bag. Bakongo spiritual philosophy influenced the creation of Mojo bags as African Americans include certain natural and animal ingredients such as animal bones, animal teeth, claws, human bones or graveyard dirt to house a Simbi spirit or an ancestral spirit inside a bag for either protection or healing. However, the practice became African American when black people in America used American materials and reinterpreted them applying a Christian or Islamic interpretation with Bakongo cosmogram concepts. The Christian cross looks similar to the Bakongo cosmogram and was interpreted by black people in the southern United States and in Central Africa as an Nkaisai that harnessed the spirit of Jesus on the cross that can be invoked in rituals for healing or protection and for the removal of sorcery. 27-16, 5-28. Mojos are used to ground spirits in certain locations to prevent the spirits of the dead from coming back and haunting the living by placing the last items they touched on top of their graves. The last items touched by the dead are also placed inside Mojo bags to carry the spirit of the deceased with the living for protection. A Mojo can be a bottle tree charm, spirit jugs or memorial jugs to capture spirits inside containers to house their spirit to later work with the spirit in rituals. 29. Archaeologists in New York discovered continued West Central African burial practices in a section of Lower Manhattan, New York City, which is now the location of the African Burial Ground National Monument. Historians and archaeologists found Congo-related artifacts at the African burial grounds such as Minkaisai and Nkaisai conjure bundles buried with African remains. These Nkaisai and Minkaisai bundles became the conjure bags in hoodoo. 30-31. At Hermitage Plantation in Nashville, Tennessee, archaeologists discovered continued West African traditions of using hexagonal glass beads for fertility and other spiritual purposes. Other charms found were Mojo hands, lucky roots, raccoon penis bones, ceramics, and blue beads. These items found in a slave cabin showed enslaved African Americans used local roots and created Mojo hands for protection and healing. Enslaved African Americans at Hermitage Plantation used prehistoric artifacts for charms to draw spiritual power from ancient artifacts. In addition, archaeologists found Congo cosmograms engraved on 2 limestone marbles for spiritual power. The charms were used to protect from conjure and remove sorcery and reverse curses back onto the conjurer. The knowledge of charm bags was shared and passed down orally amongst people in the slave community. 32-33. The word hand in this context is defined as a combination of ingredients. The term may derive from the use of finger and hand bones from the dead in Mojo bags, or from ingredients such as the lucky hand root, favored by gamblers. The latter suggests an analogy between the varied bag ingredients and the several cards that make up a hand in card games. 1. Mojo reaches as far back as West African culture, where it is said to drive away evil spirits, keep good luck in the household, manipulate a fortune, and lure and persuade lovers. The ideology of the ancestors and the descendants of the Mojo hand used this prayer in a bag based on their belief of spiritual inheritance, by which the omniscient forefathers of their families would provide protection and favor, especially when they used the Mojo. Through this, a strong belief was placed in the idealism of whoever used Mojo, creating a spiritual trust in the magic itself. 34. Making a Mojo. Edit. A petition paper with a verse from the Quran is placed inside a gris-gris, Mojo bag, made by enslaved West African Muslims in the Americas. 35. Most Southern-style conjure bags are made of red flannel material. The use of red flannel bags for Mojo bags was influenced by the Bakongo people's Minkaisai in Central Africa, and in Hoodoo red symbolizes protection from evil and spiritual power. 36. Research from the National Museum of African American History and Culture explained that the color red symbolizes sacrifice, transition and power among the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Republic of Congo and Gabon, and among the Yoruba in Nigeria. 37. Other times when red cloth was not available, African Americans used whatever cloth they had to create a conjure bag. 38. The contents of each bag vary directly with the aim of the conjurer. For example, a Mojo carried for love drawing will contain different ingredients than one for gambling luck or magical protection. 39. Ingredients can include graveyard dirt, roots, herbs, animal parts, minerals, coins, crystals, good luck tokens, and carved amulets. The more personalized objects are used to add extra power because of their symbolic value. 40. To house spirits of the dead inside Mojo bags, jars, packets, and other containers and charms, graveyard dirt from a deceased person's burial plot is used. Spirits of the dead can protect a person from physical and spiritual harm. The conjurer prepares the graveyard dirt with certain incantations, prayers, biblical or Quranic scriptures and other ingredients to instruct the spirit to heal or protect a person. Historians have traced this practice to the Bakongo people of Central Africa, where Bakongo, Bantu people, utilize graveyard dirt to house spirits of the dead, animal spirits, or ancestral spirits inside conjure bags for healing or protection. 41. African Americans during slavery and freedom combined Native American herbal knowledge with African spirituality. Enslaved and free Africans upon arrival to the United States used North American herbs, roots, and animal parts to create conjure bags. However, they applied an African interpretation in the preparation of herbal ingredients by creating Gaisai and performing African religious rituals in the preparation of spiritual medicines. 42. A former slave from Texas said to make a conjure bag African Americans would take hair and brass nails and thimbles and needles and mix them up in a conjure bag. 43. Prince Johnson, a former slave from Mississippi, said his slaveholder would inspect her slaves to make sure they did not have any charms underneath their clothes. 44. An oral account from Patsy Moses, a former slave from Texas, mentioned the use of red flannel cloth to make conjure bags using frog bones to protect from an enemy. 45. Other Texas slave narratives showed that red flannel cloth was commonly used to make Mojo bags incorporating frog bones, snake skins, and roots to protect from their enemies and remove curses. 46. Some Mojo bags were made to cause harm and bad luck for slaveholders, and other Mojo bags were for protection depending on the ingredients used by the root worker. 47. William Webb made mojo bags for enslaved people in Kentucky to keep the peace between the enslaved and their enslavers. Webb instructed the enslaved to gather roots from their local environment and place them in conjure bags and pray over them to keep the spiritual magic of the mojo bags active. During slavery, there are records of African American ministers and church members in black churches in Virginia and South Carolina were known by the members of their congregation and in the slave community to conjure spirits, speak to the spirits of the dead and carry and make mojo bags. After the American Civil War, some African American ministers and church members continued to rely on hoodoo and make mojo bags and saw no contradiction in their practice with Christianity. One African American church minister relied on a conjurer to make him a mojo bag to attract more members to his church. For 4 years, the minister relied on the mojo bag to increase the membership of his church. Every Sunday, the church pews were filled. After 4 years, the minister did not feel comfortable depending on the spirit of a mojo bag and not the Christian God to grow his church. The minister threw away the mojo bag. When he did, people stopped coming to his church. These written accounts showed that African Americans who identified as Christian continued to believe and practice African spirituality, and some African American Christians relied on hoodoo when experiencing tough times in life. 48. Some African Americans made money making and selling mojo bags as a full-time business. Dr. Jim Jordan was a conjure doctor in North Carolina and became a multimillionaire by providing conjure services to people all over the United States during the Jim Crow era. He owned a conjure hoodoo store and provided medicinal and spiritual healing to his clients using charms and herbal remedies. 49. Another version of a mojo bag is a prayer cloth. Prayer cloths are white church cloths imbued with spiritual power from a pastor of a church. A pastor prays over the cloth, speaking the power of God into the cloth with prayer and anointing of holy oil, and functions like a mojo bag. Church members take prayer cloths with them in their purses or placed under their beds for protection. This modified version of a mojo bag is mostly found in African American churches. 50. African American women sewed charms and mojo hands into their quilts for spiritual protection. Newspaper is placed on the walls to ward off evil spirits. 51. The creation of mojo bags in hoodoo is a West and Central African practice brought to the United States by enslaved Africans. In Africa, petition papers with Quranic verses along with herbs, roots and other ingredients are placed inside a leather bag and concealed by wearing them under the clothes. A few enslaved Africans brought their conjure bags, mojo bags, with them from Africa when they boarded slave ships heading to North America. African American quilt makers sewed mojo hands into quilts for protection. This practice originates among West African people as they sewed Adinkra and Nsabidi symbols as protective charms into their fabrics. The Ajagam women of Cameroon and Yoruba women in Nigeria make cloths with sacred symbols on them. During the transatlantic slave trade, many West African people were taken to the United States and enslaved on plantations and continued to practice their traditions by sewing mojo hands into their quilts. 52, 53. On slave plantations in the United States, the creators of gris-gris, mojos, became the root workers, conjure doctors, and hoodoo doctors in enslaved and free African American communities. Enslaved and free black root workers created mojo bags and placed Bible verses, petition papers, roots, herbs, animal parts, graveyard dirt, and other ingredients to conjure a negative or positive effect. They used either Christian or Islamic prayers to spirituality charge the mojo bag. During slavery, many of the mojo bags created were for protection against a harsh slaveholder. The petition papers placed inside a mojo bag can have either a Bible verse, a Quranic verse, symbols, and other characters to conjure a positive or negative magical result. In the United States, enslaved African Americans called mojo bags voodoo bags. After the Civil War, mojo bags were created in Black American communities for protection from law enforcement, to attract love, protection, money, employment, or to communicate with spirits. Folklorist Nubal Niles Puckett documented a mojo practice of an African American cook in the Mississippi Delta. The African American cook had a mojo bag with a lizard's tail, rabbit's foot, a fisheye, snake skins, a beetle, and a dime with a hole in it. This mojo bag was worn by the cook for good luck. 54. Other conjure bundles in the hoodoo tradition are hanged on the side of the door or beds where people sleep to protect from conjure. 55. Traditionally, a client consulted with a root worker to know what kind of mojo he or she needed, as not all mojos are the same, as one mojo cannot work for everyone. Each person needs a different mojo. In traditional hoodoo, if there are several people needing love, the root worker or conjurer created different mojos for each of their clients. One mojo created the same cannot work for everyone. By the 20th century, hoodoo was culturally appropriated by outsiders to African American culture to make a profit. Spiritual shops began to sell the same mojo for everyone. In traditional hoodoo, certain songs, prayers, symbols, and ingredients are used to conjure or manifest results. However, when hoodoo was appropriated by white spiritual merchants, the same mojo was sold to consumers. 56, 57. For hoodoo practitioners looking to sell their goods, it has therefore become more profitable to rely on stereotypes of hoodoo to attract their primarily white clientele, IBID, than to promote the sale of historically accurate ritual objects that appeal to modern, African American practitioners of hoodoo. Additionally, white shop owners seem to dominate the mainstream hoodoo market, undermining the ability of African American people to rely on their religious beliefs to assure their economic empowerment. 42. African American practitioners from the Millennial and Gen Z generations are incorporating new techniques such as the use of various crystals in the creation of mojo bags and using tarot cards for divination to consult with spirit. The creation of mojo bags is an individualized practice based on regional ingredients and ingredients purchased in stores and online. 58. Maintenance. Edit. Gris Gris by Charles Gandolfo. Fixing and feeding a mojo hand. Edit. There is a process to fixing a proper mojo. A ritual must be put in place in order to successfully prepare a mojo by being filled and awakened to life. This can be done by smoking incense and candles, or it may be breathed upon to bring it to life. Prayers may be said, and other methods may be used to accomplish this essential step. Once prepared, the mojo is dressed or fed with a liquid such as alcohol, whiskey, rum, perfume, water, or bodily fluids. 59. The reason it is said to feed the mojo to keep it working is that it is alive with spirit. One story from the work entitled From My People describes a slave who went out and sought a mojo conjurer that gave him a mojo to run away from home. The story describes the slave's mojo as fixing him into many formations, and he ultimately dies because he misuses its power. 60. Had he fixed and believed in the specific mojo himself, he might have escaped the plantation alive. Hiding the mojo. Edit. Mojos are traditionally made for an individual and so must be concealed on the person at all times. Men usually keep the trinkets hidden in the pants pocket, while women are more prone to clip it to the bra. They are also commonly pinned to clothes below the waist. Depending on the type of mojo, the hiding place will be crucial to its success, as those who make conjure bags to carry love spells sometimes specify that the mojo must be worn next to the skin. 39. A story from the book From My People described the story of Moses and the task he went through to bring his people out of slavery. It described how Hoodoo lost his hand, as Moses's mojo was hidden through his staff. When he turned it into a snake, the Pharaoh made his soothsayers and magicians create the same effect. As a result, the Pharaoh's snake was killed by Moses's snake, and that is how Hoodoo lost his hand. 61. Mojo bags in blues music. Edit. Blues is a genre of music created in the United States by African Americans in the mid-19th century that incorporates spirituals, African American work songs, slave shout songs, field hollers and call and response. Several blues singers created songs about mojo bags. For example, the Preston Red Foster song Got My Mojo Working, recorded by Ann Cole in 1956 and by Muddy Waters the following year, spoke about the spiritual power of the mojo bag. 62, 63, 64. Junior Wells composed an album in 1965 called Hoodoo Man Blues. In the song, Wells explained he traveled to Louisiana and saw a hoodoo practitioner to make him a mojo bag to get back his girlfriend who left him for another man. 65, 66. Zora Neale Hurston. Edit. Zora Neale Hurston documented mojo culture in African American communities in Florida and Louisiana. In the 1930s, Zora Neale Hurston documented African Americans in the South creating mojo bags using roots, herbs, and animal parts in the hoodoo tradition. In 1935, Hurston published what she learned about mojo culture in her book titled, Mules and Men. 67, 68. Slave narratives. Edit. In the 1930s, the Federal Writers Project, part of the Works Progress Administration during the Great Depression, provided jobs for unemployed writers to write and collect the experiences of former slaves. Writers, black and white, documented the experiences of the last generation of African Americans born into slavery. Former African American slaves told writers about their slave experience, which provided readers a glimpse into the lives of the enslaved. Slave narratives revealed the culture of African Americans during slavery. African American former slaves talked about conjure, rootwork, and hoodoo. These narratives revealed how enslaved African Americans made mojo bags for protection against their enslavers and conjure. 69, 70. Other slave narratives explained how African Americans in slavery and freedom made mojo charms to stop nosebleeds and reverse and prevent illness. 71. The Library of Congress has 2,300 first-person accounts from former slaves in their digital archive. 72. See also. Edit. Auntie Caroline. Medicine bag. Nkai Gondi. Omar Mori. Rabbit's foot. Sacred bundle. Witch bottle. References. Edit. Carrot jump up to, A.B. Bradley, Jude, Cohen, Chere Dastug, 2010. Magics in the Bag, Creating Spellbinding Gris and Sachets. Woodbury, Minnesota, Llewellyn. Carrot jump up to, A.B. Holton, Adelaine, 2005. The Practices of Black Radical Print. The University of California. pp. 200-201. Carrot Hazard Donald, Katrina, 2012. Mojo Working the Old African American Hoodoo System. University of Illinois Press. pp. 65-66, 127, 170, 189, 206209. ISBN 9780252094460. Chaya, Yvonne, 1997. Conjure and Christianity in the 19th Century, Religious Elements in African American Magic. Religion and American Culture, A Journal of Interpretation. 7. 226 to 10.2307/11237979. Just a 11237979. Retrieved 10 February 2022. Jump Up to, A.B. Fennell, Christopher, 2003. Group Identity, Individual Creativity, and Symbolic Generation in a BA Congo Diaspora. International Journal of Historical Archaeology. 7. 11015:10.10232670192332. Just a 20853014. S2 SID 16475959. Retrieved 3 March 2022. Jump Up to, A.B. McKernan, Mary, 2010. From the Old to the New World, The Transformation of Congo Minkai in African American Art. VCU Scholars Compass, 4352. Jacobson Widding, Anita, 1979. Red White Black as a Mode of Thought, Study of Triadic Classification by Colors in the Ritual Symbolism and Cognitive Thought of the Peoples of the Lower Congo, 1st ed. Almqvist and Wixell International. pp. 30724. ISBN 9789155408688. Rosebud, Stephanie, 2010. The Big Book of Soul, The Ultimate Guide to the African American Spirit. Hampton and Rhodes Publishing Company. ISBN 9781571745996. Young, James, 2006. Art, Authenticity and Appropriation. Frontiers of Philosophy in China. 1. 3471 to 10.1010.114666-006-00192. Just a 302099882. S2 SID 144400385. Retrieved 22 June 2023. Jump Up to, ABC Handloff, Robert E. John Seep 1982. Prayers, Amulets, and Charms, Health and Social Control. African Studies Review. 25, 2/3. African Studies Association, 185194. Do 10.2307/524216. Just a 524216. PMID 11614145. S2 SID 456411515. Jump Up to, A.B. Diath, November 1998. Servants of Allah, African Muslims Enslaved in the Americas. New York University Press. p. 130. ISBN 9780814719053. Folk Figures. Western Folklore. 7, 4. Western States Folklore Society, 392. October 1948. Do 10.2307/1497852. Just a 1497852. Presley, Sutter, 2018. Coastal Nature, Coastal Culture, Environmental Histories of the Georgia Coast. University of Georgia Press. p. 131. ISBN 9780820351889. Gullah Jack. The National Park Service. Retrieved 31 October 2021. Kelly, Joseph, Bodek, Richard, 2020. Maroons and the Marooned Runaways and Castaways in the Americas. University Press of Mississippi. p. 37. ISBN 9781496827234. Jump Up To, A.B. Opala. Gullah Customs and Traditions, PDF. Yale University. Retrieved 24 May 2022. Akinala, Makungu, 2003. Battling the Serpent, Nat Turner, Africanized Christianity, and a Black Ethos. Journal of Black Studies. 33, 10.101177/00219347022386331. JSTA 31808333. S2 SID 1434599728. Retrieved 14 October 2023. Hazard Donald, Katrina, 2013. Mojo Working the Old African American Hoodoo System. University of Illinois Press. pp. 41, 65-66. ISBN 9780252094460. Rivera, Ray, 2005. Annapolis House Yields Clues to Hoodoo Mysteries. African Diaspora Archaeology Newsletter. 8, 413. Retrieved 14 July 2023. Hazard Donald, 30 December 2012. Mojo Working the Old African American Hoodoo System. University of Illinois Press. p. 207. ISBN 9780252094460. Kbanga, Ibo. Juju. Encyclopedia Britannica. Retrieved 31 January 2022. Pulitzer, 2005. The Gullah People and Their African Heritage. University of Georgia Press. pp. 112, 145146. ISBN 9780820327839. Puckett, Newell Niles, 1926. Folk Beliefs of the Southern Negro. University of North Carolina Press. pp. 222223. Jump Up To, A.B. Davies, Owen, 2013. America Bewitched, The Story of Witchcraft After Salem. Oxford University Press. p. 82. ISBN 978-0-19-162514-5. Wilson, Kunshura. Nkaisai West Central African Law. Encyclopedia Britannica. University Staff. Congo, Louisiana, and the Black South, PDF. Duke University. Retrieved 31 October 2021. Young, Jason, 2011. Rituals of Resistance, African Atlantic Religion in Congo and the Low Countries South in the Era of Slavery. Louisiana State University Press. pp. 112117. ISBN 9780807135389. Pulitzer, William, 2005. The Gullah People and Their African Heritage. University of Georgia Press. p. 112. ISBN 9780820327839. Johnson, 2014. Reinterpretations of African Cultural Traditions in African American Fabric Arts, PDF. The Journal of Pan-African Studies. 6, 10-169. Retrieved 14 July 2023. Fron, Andrea, 2015. The African Burial Ground in New York City: Memory, Spirituality, and Space. Syracuse University Press. pp. 17-19, 24, 43, 130, 141-42, 167171. ISBN 9780815634300. Jackson, Cole, 2009. The New York African Burial Ground: Unearthing the African Presence in Colonial New York, PDF. The New York African Burial Ground: Unearthing the African Presence in Colonial New York. 5, 7, 47, 57, 85, 91, 95, 99, 100, 102. Gall, Gillian, Young, Amy, 2004. Engendering African American Archaeology: A Southern Perspective. University of Tennessee Press. p. 112. ISBN 9781572332775. Russell, 1997. Material Culture and African American Spirituality at the Hermitage. Historical Archaeology. 31, 265-76-10.1007/BF03373603. JSTA 256165227. S2 SID 5564234. Retrieved 26 May 2022. Anderson, Jeffrey, 2015. The Voodoo Encyclopedia: Magic, Ritual, and Religion. ABCCLIO. p. 114. ISBN 9781610692090. Yvonne, Chia, 2006. Black Magic: Religion and the African American Conjuring Tradition. University of California Press. pp. 35, 47-49. ISBN 9780520249882. Thompson, Robert, 2010. Flash of the Spirit: African and Afro-American Art and Philosophy. Knopf Doubleday Publishing Group. p. 131. ISBN 9780307874337. Juneteenth. National Museum of African American History and Culture. Smithsonian Institution. Retrieved 2 June 2024. Puckett, Newell N. 1926. Folk Beliefs of the Southern Negro. The University of North Carolina Press. p. 226. Jump Up To, A. B. Whitten, Norman E., Jr. 1962. Contemporary Patterns of Malign Occultism Among Negroes in North Carolina. Journal of American Folklore 75.298, 312318. Puckett, Newell N. 1926. Folk Beliefs of the Southern Negro. The University of North Carolina Press. pp. 234-236, 384. Bankole, Catherine, 2019. Slavery and Medicine, Enslavement and Medical Practices in Antebellum Louisiana. Routledge. ISBN 9780815330592. Jump Up To, A.B. Klausnitzer, Danielle, 2017. Adorned by Power, The Individualized Experience of the Mojo Bag. Race and Religion, New Approaches to African American Religions. 8, 10. Retrieved the 11th of October, 2023. Federal Writers Project, 1936. Federal Writers Project, Slave Narrative Project, Volume 16, Texas, Part 1, Adams Duhan, PDF. Born in Slavery, Slave Narratives from the Federal Writers Project, 1936 to 1938, 199. Retrieved the 8th of January, 2022. Federal Writers Project, 1936. Federal Writers Project, Slave Narrative Project, Volume 9, Mississippi, Allen Young, PDF. Born in Slavery, Slave Narratives from the Federal Writers Project, 1936 to 1938, 79. Retrieved the 8th of January, 2022. Reinhard, Carly. The African Slave Trade and American Slaves, The Migration of Black Mythology, PDF. The Global Mobility Project at Ohio State University. Ohio State University. Retrieved the 11th of October, 2023. Federal Writers Project, Slave Narrative Project, Volume 16, Texas, Part 3, Lewis Riles. Federal Writers Project, Slave Narrative Project. 16, 323. 1936. Retrieved the 11th of October, 2023. Kelly, Joseph, Bodek, Richard, 2020. Maroons and the Marooned Runaways and Castaways in the Americas. University Press of Mississippi. pp. 37-38. ISBN 9781496827234. Chaya, Yvonne, 1997. Conjure and Christianity in the 19th Century, Religious Elements in African American Magic. Religion and American Culture, A Journal of Interpretation. 7, 225, 232-310.2307/11237979. JSTOR 11237979. Retrieved the 10th of February, 2022. Conjure Doctor well remembered in Murfreesboro. Rural News. The 2nd of February, 2015. Retrieved the 8th of July, 2022. Hazard Donald, 2013. Mojo Working the Old African American Hoodoo System. University of Illinois Press. p. 170. ISBN 9780252094460. Brooks, 2023. Spirit Deep, Recovering the Sacred in Black Women's Travel. University of Virginia Press. ISBN 9780813948942. Farrington, Lisa, 2005. Creating Their Own Image: The History of African American Women Artists. Oxford University Press. pp. 30-31. ISBN 9780195167214. Wildman, Maud, 1986. African Symbolism in Afro-American Quilts. African Arts. 20, 16876 to 10.2307/3336568. JSTA 3336568. Retrieved the 21st of July, 2023. Puckett, Newell Niles, 1926. Folk Beliefs of the Southern Negro. Chapel Hill, University of North Carolina Press. p. 234. Hughes, Sakina, 2005. In the Shadows of the Invisible Institution, Southern Black Folk Religion and the Great Migrations. Senior Honors Thesis and Project, Eastern Michigan University 2. Retrieved the 29th of December, 2021. Yvonne, Chiao, 2006. Black Magic Religion and the African American Conjuring Tradition. University of California Press. pp. 35, 45-51. ISBN 9780520249882. Hazard Donald, Katrina, 2013. Mojo Working the Old African American Hoodoo System. University of Illinois Press. pp. 41, 65-67, 107, 207-208. ISBN 9780252094460. Hazard Donald, the 30th of December, 2012. Mojo Working, the Old African American Hoodoo System. University of Illinois Press. pp. 162, 209. ISBN 9780252094460. Alvarado, D. 2011. The Voodoo Hoodoo Spellbook. San Francisco, Visera Books. Brewer, Richard M. 1958. The Mojo. From My People, 400 Years of African American Folklore. New York, Indiana University Press, 2002. pp. 47-48. Print. Brewer, Richard M. 1958. How Hoodoo Lost His Hand. From My People, 400 Years of African American Folklore. New York, Indiana University Press, 2002. pp. 63-64. Cale, Tony, 2017. A Secret History of Memphis Hoodoo, Root Workers, Conjurers and Spirituals. Charleston, South Carolina, History Press. pp. 84-85. ISBN 9781439659571. Perrone, James, 2019. Listen to the Blues. Exploring a Musical Genre. ABCCLIO. p. 185. ISBN 9781440866159. Anderson, August, 2008. Hoodoo, Voodoo, and Conjure. LSU Press. ISBN 9780807135280. Junior Wells, Hoodoo Man Blues Lyrics. Song Lyrics. Retrieved the 31st of March, 2022. Hart. Hoodoo Man Blues Junior Wells, 1965, PDF. Library of Congress. Retrieved the 31st of March, 2022. Chapter 4 Winning, Our, War from Within, Moving Beyond Resistance. The Politics of Black Joy, Zora Neale Hurston and Neo-Abolitionism, 97-116. 2021. JSTJ.CTV1WD02R.12. Retrieved 14 July 2023. Hurston, Zeraneal, 1990. Mules and Men. New York, Perennial Library. pp. 139, 276. ISBN 9780060916480. Federal Writers Project, 1936. Federal Writers Project, Slave Narrative Project, Volume 16, Texas, Part 1, Adams Duhan, PDF. Born in Slavery, Slave Narratives from the Federal Writers Project, 1936 to 1938, 199. Retrieved 8 January 2022. Federal Writers Project, 1936. Federal Writers Project, Slave Narrative Project, Volume 9, Mississippi, Allen Young, PDF. Born in Slavery, Slave Narratives from the Federal Writers Project, 1936 to 1938, 79. Retrieved 8 January 2022. Yetman, Norman, 2012. Voices from Slavery, 100 Authentic Slave Narratives. Courier Corporation. ISBN 9780486131016. Library of Congress Staff. Born in Slavery, Slave Narratives from the Federal Writers Project, 1936 to 1938. Library of Congress Digital Collections. Library of Congress. Retrieved 1 August 2021. Show. V. T. E. Hoodoo Tradition. Magic and Concepts. Black Cat Bone. Boo-Hag. Goofer Dust. Haint Blue. Hotfoot Powder. Kalanga Line. Congo Cosmogram. Mojo. Rabbit's Foot. Ring Shout. Simbi. Folklore. African American Folk Tales. John the Conqueror. Moses, Man of the Mountain. 6th and 7th Books of Moses. Suki and the Mermaid. Gullah Category. Show. V. T. E. Gullah People Topics. Culture. Film and Television. Conrack, 1974. A House Divided, Denmark vs. Rebellion, 1982. A Soldier's Story, 1984. Glory, 1989. Daughters of the Dust, 1991. Gullah Gullah Island, 1994-2000. Publications. Bra Rabbit and the Tar Baby Girl. Vibration Cooking. Language. Gullah Language. Religion and Folklore. Afro-American Religion. Black Church. Boo-Hag. Flying Africans. Hoodoo. Mojo. Black Cat Bone. Goofer Dust. Haint Blue. Hotfoot Powder. John the Conqueror. Rabbit's Foot. Ring Shout. 6th and 7th Books of Moses. Music and Culture. Charleston Red Rice. Gullah /GC Cultural Heritage Corridor. Cumbaya. Michael Row the Boat Ashore. Ranky Tanky. Robot Hive /Exodus. Related Culture. African American Culture. Culture of Africa. History. History Topics. Bilali Document. Igbo Landing. Port Royal Experiment. Stono Rebellion. Demographics. Beaufort, South Carolina. Dorfersky Island. Ulaniya, Georgia. Georgia. Golden Isles of Georgia. Sapelo Island, protected site. Hog Hammock. South Carolina Low Country. Related history. African American history. Timeline of African American history. Atlantic slave trade. History of Angola. History of Benin. History of Congo. History of Ghana. History of Guinea-Bissau. History of Liberia. History of Nigeria. Sahel/Senegambia. History of Senegal. History of the Gambia. History of Sierra Leone. Bunce Island. History of the United States. Slavery in the United States. Related ethnic groups. African Americans. Ambundu. Baga. Fula. Igbo. Jola. Kissi. Congo. Kbel. Limba. Mandinka. Mendi. Suzu. Temne. Vai. Wolof. Sierra. Lala. Ndut. Nyaminka. Noon. Pala. Safi. Tukala. Category. Show. V. T. E. Congo religion. Religions. Antonianism. Congo. Congo Catholicism. Deities. Bunzi. Chikamasachinyuinji. Dinganga. Jesus. Kimbezi. Kuiti. Lubangala. Luziamo. Iluzhanzi. Makanga. Marklo. Mamba Muntu. Mbantalanda. Mbanza. Mbaz. Mbumba. Munamambu. Ngond. Ntangu. Nzambimbangu. Nzambisai. Nzazi. Fulu Bunzi. Yahweh. Elements. Ancestral veneration. Kalanga line. Congo cosmogram. Mfina. Nature spirits. Nganga. Nlongo. Simbi. Art. Nkaisai. Nkondi. Tumba. Diaspora. Hoodoo. Black cat bone. Goofer dust. Hoodoo. Hot foot powder. Kumbaya. Mojo bag. Ring shout. Religions. Candomblé, Bantu. Comfort. Espiritismo. Palo. Mule, convince, Kumina. Maria Lyonza. Category. Show. V. T. E. Bantu religion and folklore. Main topics. Bantu peoples. Bantu expansion. Proto-Bantu language. Bantu languages. Religion. Religions. Bantu religion. Badimo. Dini Yomzambwa, Iluhaya. Congo religion. Nyachawa. Zimbabwean, Ndebele and Shona. Zulu religion. Deities. A Congo. Bunzi. Kalamba. Kayanda. Kibuka. Mbeg. Mukasa. Musa. Mwerai. Njumb. Nyumb. Nzambimbangu. Nzambisai. Nzame. Spirits. Jengu. Mamivdo. Nkaisai. Nkondi. Shetani. Simbi. Concepts. Kalanga line. Congo cosmogram. Nkaisai. Nkondi. Nganga. Okuyai. Zebula. Culture. Legendary beings. Kimenaus. Mwindo. Mvutsi, Nambi, Nyanggo Society, Sudakambambi, Legendary Creatures, Abada, Eliko, Kule Kamba, Mbwiri, Mokumbam, Abumbo, Bantu Diaspora, Religion, African Diaspora Religions, Black Cat Bone, Candomblé Bantu, Brazil, Goofa Dust, Hoodoo, USA, Hot Foot Powder, Kumbaya, Mojo Bag, Ring Shout, Culture, Buhag, Congo Square, Gullah Jack, John the Conqueror, Zombie, Category, Show, V, T, E, Amulets and Talismans, Amulets, Abracadabra, Ajamat, Amulet MS 5236, Axe of Peran, Ajusa Yumi, Baunch, Bridget's Cross, Broom, Besom, Bulla, Bulrora, Carnix, Celtic Cross, Simruta, Cornicello, Crepundaya, Corn Dolly, Corn Husk Doll, Cross Necklace, Dashandrako, Jukyu, Taku, Dremcatcher, Xebead, Elf Arrow, Fascinus, Fulu, God's Eye, Good Luck Charm, Gorgoni Iron, Gris Gris, Hanging Craft, Hama Ya, Hama Yumi, Hamza, Hercules Club, Horse Brass, Horseshoe, Hoko Doll, Ino Go Tide, Jackal's Horn, Juju, Kaburaya, Kagome Crest, Kagurasazu, Kanai Anzen, Cone Croach, Lapis Electrius, Mandrake, Medicine Bag, Mjania, Mojo, Mugwort, Naza, Ofuda, Omamori, Pallid Hike, Pictish Painted Pebbles, Poppet, Rabbit's Foot, Red String, Rin, Sachet, Sampi, Sator Square, Sazu, Tawiz, Takrut, Thodka, Thunderstone, Tintinabulum, Touch Piece, Triskelion, Troll Cross, Voodoo Doll, Witch Ball, Witch Bottle, Yantra Cloth, Talismans, Laymen, Navaratna, Seal of Solomon, Swastika, Anshul 0152, Wolf's Angel. Related articles. Apotropaic Magic, Curse Tablet, Evil Eye, Feng Shui, Folk Religion, Magic and Religion, Numerology, Numismatic Charm, Religious Fetish, Superstitions, Toma. Retrieved from https://en.wikipedia.org/w/index.php title =Mojo left African American culture right & olded =125881650 Categories: African American cultural history, Amulets, American folklore, Hoodoo, spirituality, Congo religion, Talismans. Hidden categories. Articles with short description. Short description is different from Wikidata. Articles containing Tagalog language text. Articles containing Japanese language text. This page was last edited on the 21st of November, 2024, at 20:01 UTC. Text is available under the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0 license. Additional terms may apply. By using this site, you agree to the terms of use and privacy policy. Wikipedia registered trademark symbol is a registered trademark of the Wikimedia Foundation, Inc., a non-profit organization. Privacy policy. About Wikipedia. Disclaimers. Contact Wikipedia. Code of conduct. Developers. Statistics. Cookie statement. Mobile view. Edit preview settings. Capture. Drag to outliner or upload. Close. OK, done. Private group. Save cancel. Plus share to a new group. And share to a new group. Post cancel. Post cancel. 1.00x. Sign up. Or sign in. Paperpile.com. Close.